So it was 30 years ago today that I separated from the United States Navy. Of all the different things that I've done with my life since graduating from high school, the single most influencing factor of my life was the 4 years of active duty service I had in the U.S. Navy. I don't really think that I had tapped my potential yet on what it meant to be independent, to be strong, to be self-motivating, and to kind of find ways to rise above just muddling through. I grew up in a military family. My father was career Air Force, and I had a maternal grandfather who served in the Army Air Corps, two uncles on my father's side who served in the Air Force as well. The military was the one opportunity for me to go to college. My parents couldn't afford to help pay for my school. And despite the long Air Force influence in my family life, I decided to join the Navy. I think understanding how to follow rules to fit within expectations of an organizational structure were something that were valuable for me to learn that applied later on in civilian government service. When you're in the Navy or any military service, there are some problems that if you let somebody else deal with them later, it may become a much bigger problem. And I'd say that was probably one of the more valuable lessons I learned. I took the duty station to go to the USS Haleakala. We were heading out to sea that day for a 5-day transit to Yokosuka, Japan. I was working in what's called the Combat Information Center, or CIC. There were times when I would be up for 48, 60, 72 hours at a stretch without sleep. It was emotionally exhausting, but it was also extremely satisfying work. There was always kind of this unending experience of being challenged physically and intellectually to be something better. If I meet somebody for the first time and I know they're a veteran, I know there's a certain language we both can speak. There's a certain framework that we can all work from, to start from, that we understand, that other people don't. As I think of my own service, I want to thank everybody else who has served. You are one of the many things that makes this country a great place, and we can all never thank you enough.
Paid for by Carl Johnson for Alaska. P.O. Box 11022, Anchorage, Alaska 99511.